Right now, we take you to Parliament Hill. The parties have wrapped up their caucus meetings. They are coming to the microphone. This is Heritage Minister James Moore.
In Nova Scotia, in the province of Quebec, in both Montreal and Quebec City. They're going to be here in the national capital, as well as in the Northwest Territories, the province of Alberta. So there are going to be a number of events across the country. So a great number of Canadians are going to have the opportunity to take part in this visit. So it'll be a great time for Canada as we have our third royal visit in 18 months.
How was it decided where they would visit?
Well, that's a decision that they make, and obviously it's done in consultation with the Governor General, with the Prime Minister, with my department as well, and basically we suit the visit to what their requests are and where it is that they might want to visit, and this is what's been arranged, and I think they'll enjoy the hospitality of Canadians in very different circumstances, from the Atlantic to the province of Alberta, up in the Arctic, here in the national capital. I think it'll be a great visit.
Are you trying to avoid Quebec for fear that there's booing, and obviously a lot of Republicans in Quebec who don't think much of monarchy? Are you maybe worried that their trip to Quebec may not go as well as the rest of the country?
I'm confident that Canadian hospitality extends from coast to coast in the province of Quebec and all points in between, and I think they'll be very well received by all Canadians. Non, j'espère que, et j'ai le sens que tous les Canadiens vont être très polis et respectueux. Madame Middleton et aussi le visite entièrement quand ils visitent ici pour la première fois après le mariage, et je crois que ça va être une très bonne visite dans chaque coin du pays qu'ils vont visiter. Je crois que tout le monde va être respectueux et vont réfléchir sur l'opportunité d'avoir une visite très spéciale pour tous les Canadiens, francophones et anglophones.
So what's your prediction? The price tag on this though?
I think so. I think there's, obviously a great deal of interest about this. I think not since, not for over 20 years has there, almost 30 years has there been a royal wedding that's had this kind of attention drawn to it. And there's obviously a great deal of interest in this particular visit, and I think Canadians will have a great deal to celebrate, a great deal to recognize, and we're looking forward to having a fine young couple visit Canada on their first foreign trip, and I think it'll be a great event for all those who choose to partake.
So, Minister, can you talk about the price tag of this trip, how much it will cost?
Yeah, the Department of Canadian Heritage, in my department for which I'm responsible, we have funding that's always set aside every year for any kind of international visit. Of course, we have international visits of all size, and so this will require no new taxpayers' funding beyond what are the already existing envelopes within my department for hosting events of this nature. So there'll be no new costs for taxpayers. The precise cost of this, will be known as the details of the trip are known, and any of the logistics need to be adjusted over time. But this will require no new taxpayer dollars other than what is habitually budgeted for these kinds of foreign visits.
What dates will the royal couple be in Quebec City and Montreal?
That's not yet announced, but as you know, the trip will begin on 30th of June and will end on the 8th of July, and we look forward to, among the events, I can say this, they will be here on Parliament Hill for Canada Day this year, and I think it'll be a great kickoff to their visit to Canada. Comme je viens de dire, tous les détails d'écoute vont être disponibles au public après la visite, mais en ce moment, on ne sait pas exactement, mais toutes les sommes sont déjà dans mon département. Chaque année, on a des sommes qui sont réservées pour cette type de visite très spéciale pour le Canada, et alors on a déjà les sommes, ça ne coûterait aucun sou spécial ou supplémentaire des contribuables pour assurer que cette visite soit une visite pour tout le Canada dans une manière qui est efficace, responsable et diligent avec les sommes des contribuables.
À propos de votre collègue, Mme Oda, est-ce que vous êtes confortable avec le fait que vous la défendiez au gouvernement alors qu'elle a menti au comité, en chambre, à des questions de contribuabilité?
Je n'ai pas de commentaires là-dessus. Any other questions? Well, as the details of each individual stop are known, people can make their judgment on that. I mean, obviously, this will be a respectful visit, respectful in every context. Respectful of a young couple who've just been married, respectful of the heir to the throne, respectful of taxpayers, and respectful of audiences who want to have access to show their appreciation and their best wishes for a newly married couple. So I think in every context it'll be respectful, and obviously we have a responsibility as a government to make sure that things are done in a way that's responsible with taxpayers' money, and everybody recognizes that, and it'll be done with existing allocations of funds, and will require no new taxpayer money. We have every year within the Department of Canadian Heritage, we have budgets that are allocated and set aside for just such visits, and so this will be all done within the existing financial capacities.
So what is the total budget for visits of this sort and of all that fall into that inventory?
Well, it depends every year. I mean, we make adjustments. Well, that we don't know. We're just into this year, so we'll see how things go. But we make adjustments within my department, and we allocate the funds that are necessary. They're not, frankly, nearly as expensive as some people may think.
Minister, I'm just wondering how the itinerary gets picked to Toronto and Ottawa. That doesn't appear to be on their itinerary at this time. Do you know, would that be their decision?
It's their decision. It is their visit. We host. There's a conversation that goes on between Buckingham Palace and the Governor General's office, and also my department, the Prime Minister's office as well. There's a collaboration, but it's generally we're hosting them. We make suggestions. They come back, and there's a conversation. And you try to make the trips as pan-Canadian as possible, as diverse as possible, as enriching as possible, both for them as visitors and also for Canadians who will be hosting. And this is what the itinerary, city by city, event by event, as you see it, you'll see that it is a very comprehensive, very ambitious, frankly, agenda for the time frame in which they're planning on visiting. But I think Canadians will be pleased with how much of Canada that will be seen by the royal couple. Not at all. Not at all. It's a visit to Canada, and all Canadians I think, will recognize that this trip is an effort by the couple to visit as much of Canada as possible, and to have a really great visit.
Have they made any special requests, and not exactly a typical traditional royal couple? Have there been any special requests?
Not that I'm aware of.
No?
Let's try though. Hello?
John, inaudible. I don't know. I don't know in her case, but I believe that he has come to visit to do some cross-country skiing at Whistler in BC in the past. But I don't know when was his last visit. But it will be a very a large celebration and a special event for all of Canada.
Thank you very much.
That was the Heritage Minister, James Moore, talking about the royal visit this summer. A few weeks after they get married at the end of April, Prince William and Kate Middleton will come here to Canada. Arriving June the 30th, they will tour the country until July the 8th. Now, all the details have not yet been worked out, but the royal couple will visit Alberta. They will go to the Northwest Territories, PEI, Quebec, and they will be in Ottawa for Canada Day celebrations on July the 1st.